Hello, Libra. Hello, darling Libra. I wanted to do your reading, and it was actually very sunny outside. And now, in 5 minutes, it's changed to a very moody atmosphere, and it's about to rain together with thunder and all that jazz. Okay, so for the month of August, I think you'll have rapid change of either mood, your own mood, or you will observe this in the people around you, that the atmosphere will quickly change unexpectedly. Okay, so darling Libra, we are back now, and we are changing a bit the format of the reading. We will have 3 sections: the general energy, career, work projects, and love at the end. If you want to skip ahead, you have the timestamps down below in the description, okay? So you can move very fast through the reading. Also, try and apply this to your particular situation. I'm reading this for a lot of people on the planet. You just need to see how this applies to your particular situation. So, general reading: 7 of Wands, 2 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and 9 of Swords. So, starting off the bat here, literally off the bat, because this person here is holding this one like it's a bat. We have the 7 of Wands, and what it tells me is that right when August starts, or now when we're gonna publish this reading, you kind of get prepared, or you get ready for some sort of a challenge. Now, wands relate to the fire element, and wands usually talk about actions being taken, the actual action, not the thoughts that you put into it beforehand, not the things that you get out of it, but the actual action. Okay, it's also a 7, and 7 mean challenges. Okay, so you will be challenged in a way. It's like you already feel the general energy for the month of August. Maybe you are aware that some sort of a confrontation might come your way, but it's a trial for you and the other people involved. Okay, try and have this great attitude, like the person in this card, which has their chest pumped up, being ready to take on this new challenge. Some of you will already get the feeling that this will not end well, as and it's sort of a redundant observation. Why? Because usually when there is confrontation, one person will win, one person will lose. It's ideal to have a win-win situation, but those do not apply to all the things that we meet in life. And the more sad possibility is to have a loss situation on both sides. Okay, so you're getting prepared. You already know in a way what's about to happen, and you're getting your hands dirty with this process. Now, sevens, for me at least, they also talk about some sort of an expectation. So try to not fall in the other extreme, where you actually create some sort of a drama or a sad story because you expect something to happen in a certain way. Okay, so don't set up your future by having, I don't know, being closed off and seeing only bad scenarios coming through. It's gonna be challenging, yes, but try to not focus so much on the bad, neither the good. Just be very present in the moment. Because if you set yourself up with some expectations in regards to how someone should act, or how they will act out a certain situation, that's not fair in a way, because the other person may also come with some expectations to the table, and it's not okay. You're always going to be disappointed if you have a very specific way in which you expect a person to act, and if that person does the same, there's no justice in a way, okay? So you're both setting yourself up to fail, okay? After the Seven of Wands here, so we're getting ready for this challenge. Here is your challenge, the Two of Cups. This is where the focus lies, okay? 2 is a very stable number. 2 is related to the High Priestess, and the High Priestess usually is not a very communicative person. It's more of a show and not tell type of energy, okay? And here with the Two of Cups, you see these two people, which they seem like they're counterparts, because one is dressed in red, but has this blue band here around the waist, and the other person is dressed in blue with the red band around their waist, and they're both serving to each other this water element, okay? So this would be emotions, okay? Two of Cups. This may relate to a love situation, but for some of you it may just be a very it may just be a person that you actually care about, and here it's like you're showing each other your colors, okay? You're getting to know more of their energy, and they're getting to know more of your energy. This the energy here is more emotional than I would like to feel here, but you need to see how to tread in this situation, because if it's related to a work situation, because this energy may take into the work and career section or the love section. If it's a person at the workspace, or a person with whom you collaborate, I think it's too much emotions here. So it's like you're gonna leave the professional side of things aside, okay? And maybe you're gonna both say or do things to each other which normally you won't do at the workplace, okay? If it's related to a child, a family member, love partner, things will get very emotional here, okay? So it's like you're two different tribes or two different civilizations, and you're meeting together, and you're both gonna be more, because you get some part of them and they get some part of you. Like you both will evolve through this. But it's not gonna be easy, so don't expect easy in the month of August. And here these two people appear very separated. Now I cannot tell exactly which of these people you are. I would incline to say that you're the Knight of Pentacles here, because it shows up in the middle and I'm reading for you, but it may very well be different. Okay, earth sign, fire sign, okay? You know your chart, maybe you know the other person's chart, you would have to interpret these cards for you. But what I can feel is that after this coming together and exchanging of energies, which is not very easy, I think one of the people here will actually be very affected by this confrontation. Now I have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles is like a person which is very slow to act. Why? Because I see the Knight of Pentacles like some sort of a knight that transports valuables for the kings, okay? And he is not able to be so reckless in the way he acts. So the Knight of Pentacles is gonna be the person in August which is gonna sit, calculate, watch the situation, and make just one move with maximum efficiency at the perfect time, okay? The Knight of Pentacles, given the fact that he is somehow burdened by the fertility and the abundance that he carries with him, he's not able to be so agile in his movement, okay? So once he plants his seed, okay, he is going to be there defending that seed. And here the Knight of Wands is like a person, as you can see, traveling on a very fast prey bird, okay? He is traveling with speed, he is very quick to act. Maybe he will have several attempts at this Knight of Pentacles, okay? So you have sort of two people that act in different ways. It's one that's always planning, thinking about the future, a bit scared maybe, a bit paranoid, okay? And the other is quick to act, okay? But here I think this person is gonna lose their temper in a way, because as you can see they are armored, but they cannot. So there you have it, the rain has started. Okay, it's cooling down already. This person cannot see where they are going, they don't have a great field of view, so they're kind of blind. Now, when I think about a person of fire being blind, it's like their rage has no limits. They're gonna cuss, they're gonna swear, they're gonna be passionate, they're gonna spread themselves thin, but they're gonna manifest all the qualities of the fire element with a lot of consequences for those around them, for them too, but they're sort of blind. They don't see in a given moment when they yell at someone the amount of damage that they do. Because okay, if you're gonna yell at someone who can take it, like a strong person, that's gonna be fixed with 2-3 words like I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, and the other person would actually have the understanding that okay, this person didn't mean this. But if you're gonna act out this fire energy in its less than ideal forms towards a child, for example, you may traumatize that child. So that's not quite okay. Knight of Wands in reverse may also say that if they're not manifesting the darker sides of the fire element, it's like a ticking time bomb here. They may go in the other extreme. For some people, they don't actually manifest the qualities of their element. So if this person is not yelling, they may actually retract somehow back into themselves. Okay, they may not take action, they may not make several attempts, they may not be so flamboyant as fire signs usually need to be because they're fire, okay? So what I see here is that this Knight of Pentacles is gonna be triumphant in a way, and the Knight of Wands is gonna spiral down. It's like first they were heading towards this Knight of Pentacles, but now they're they're soaring down into this Nine of Swords. So this would be sleepless nights. And it's a singles card, so their self-esteem here is gonna take a very big hit in August. I hope this is not you, but if you are this person, Libra, maybe it's time to work a bit with the ego. You're not such a bad person, you just need to understand your energy better. But if this is another person, know that the way in which you act, the way in which you manage to fight them off, repel them in a way, send them away, is gonna spiral them down into many sleepless nights, self-pity, self-criticism, a lot of like some hardcore type of self-criticism. Okay, so this would be the general for the month of August. Let's move to work and creative projects. Okay, so we have heavy rain right now. I'm sorry if you can hear this in the background. There's nothing much I can do. So let's hope you will take it as a bit of ASMR or sounds. Okay, work, creative projects, business overall. We have 1 the Magician in the reverse, 15 the Devil, 5 the Hierophant, 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. It's gonna be intense. The month of August is gonna be... It's gonna be more deep than I would like to see in a professional reading, okay? Because you have some philosophical ideas here related to work ethics and whatnot. Okay, let's see. Then it's raining very, very heavy right now. Okay, let's take this here right now and discuss it as it relates to the work environment. So I have 1 the Magician in the reverse. The Magician usually is a person that has all the elements necessary to bring into reality their own wishes and desires, their creation, okay? So this is a creator, and he's using all his knowledge. He also has inspiration from above, and he's trying to portray like a hermetic principle here, as above, so below, okay? You also have the snake here, which is shedding his skin. You also have a snake around the magician's waist, and this portrays to the cycles of life, the cycles of the universe also, where the Ouroboros its own tail and gives birth to its own self again and again. Okay. This is not bad energy in general, but here we have it in reverse. So it's either someone being blocked in their creativity, some sort of creative block. But the Magician here can also be like a trickster, because he's hanging upside down. And what I'm thinking is that his inspiration does not come from higher realms, it may come from lower realms, okay? So a person which has the necessary elements and the necessary power to make things good, they will actually create some sort of hell on earth for the people that he is collaborating with. I really hope, Libra, that this is not you. And if you see this in the workplace, please try to do whatever stands in your power to combat this type of energy, okay? We all must be aware of the fact that we're 2019. We're already in the age of Aquarius, and we need to reinvent, okay? Find progressive ways, futuristic ways in which we should work together, in which we should create from now on, okay? But here I feel some sort of an energy of the old. Why? Because after 1, the Magician, you have 15, the Devil, and 5, the Hierophant. So I see this as being like a group of people in high authority at your workplace, or the people who are in charge to take decisions on your project. It's like they have all ganged up together in order to create hell on earth and be like a steel fist of rulership together. You have 1, the Magician, 5, the Hierophant, and this is 1 and 5, and in the middle you have the Devil. So this is like a deadly combination to deal with at the workplace. 15, the Devil. Okay, so this is like dragon energy. This here, it's the card for Capricorn. Okay, I don't see it usually as being a negative energy, but in relation to projects and the workspace, I don't feel like this is some sort of a necessary evil or necessary bad that will actually turn up great in the end. Afterwards you have 5, the Hierophant, and this relates to tradition, it relates to the rule book that we have at the workplace. Yes, rules and regulations, the traditional way in which we are working. As you can see here, there are 2 people sitting down at at the Hierophant's knees, at his feet, at his mercy maybe. Okay, he has the whip here, and this person is hiding the moon. This person is hiding like their tail. Okay, so in order to be with us, okay, at this workplace, if you want to get like into society, as you can see here, there are only skyscrapers and it's dark overall. Okay, if you want to be with us, you need to give up these give of your fertility, give of your energy, give of your talents. Set aside your revolutionary tendencies, and we are the ultimate authority. As you can see here, the Hierophant, although he's teaching, he doesn't have a face. He has like a white sheet over his face. Okay, this is what people in higher management, people that have the power in a given structure, this is how they want for you to see them. Okay, it's like I'm only interested in doing good for the company, and this is why I'm putting all these rules and regulations on your body. Some of you may wake up to the fact that the workplace is taking a toll on your body. It's like I'm sitting down for 8 to 9 hours. I only have like 2 breaks where I can barely go to the bathroom. I'm giving all of my fertility, all of my time and energy to the workspace, because these people are making me or us do so. Okay, you can see here and the Devil that these people are also sitting down at this person's feet. The Devil, like the Hierophant, are both elevated. Okay, so you can see this sort of hierarchy between those in power and those which are not in power. This is like the shadow The devil, I feel it's like the shadow of the Hierophant and the Magician in the reverse. It's like here, and at the front side you can only see like the image that these people are trying to portray. We are trying to do good, but you need to follow these rules, this program, this procedure, and we are trying to create a lot of good things here for everyone, but it's like we're missing something. Okay, it's like there's a lot of deceit here that I can see, and I know like the general this speech that these people give whenever they hire someone, or whenever there is a sensible topic at the workplace. Okay, and here in the shadows, this is what actually lies. It's like this devil energy, because here you also see the Hierophant having a whip, and here there's like this weapon, okay, and the devil's hand, and a lot of snakes that also relate here to the Magician. So you finally see, I think you were aware of this situation, like you could see the injustice at the workspace, but here it's like you finally see the extent of it, and it's wrong, and it's against your principles. Okay, we're not in 120 whatever where you need to slaves to do your work. We're actually creative creatures, okay, and we don't need to manifest this old traditional ways of working, okay, where you get paid the amount that the manager thinks, where you go over your body's signals in order to deliver quality work at your project. Okay, you may see like the darkness that these people actually want to create. Okay, this higher up people which are putting a lot of fairy dust in your eyes and sugarcoating certain aspects like it's nothing. Okay, I'm tapping into some very weird energy here, and I'm getting a bit mad, because I feel like for some of you, please try to take care if you hear words or gossip about some sort of some sort of abuse, okay, at the workplace. I think you will get in touch to some sort of abuse at the workplace to a certain degree. For some of you, maybe it's just on you would see a colleague of yours being, I don't know, laid off based on some lies or things that have been invented by these people, okay? Or for others of you, you may hear gossip about, I don't know, sexual abuse, like a long-lasting practice of this types of negative things happening at the workspace. You must take into account the fact that normally the Hierophant should be like against the devil, but here it's like he's brothers with the devil, okay? So it's like if you had in the workspace two higher ups that were playing good cop, bad cop, it's like you actually now understand that they are in cahoots with one another, and they only have like the ideal to exploit the people as much as possible. No, none of these people are actually interested in making a safe environment for the company, for the employees, taking their problems into account, investing in their human resource. and so on. So this is a very dark area of the reading. It may play out in different ways for many of you, but you're kind of actually opening your eyes to this darkness here, okay? To this use and abuse that some people... It's like politics, okay? You need someone to be the bad guy, you need someone to be the good guy, but they're at the end of the day, they're like sort of drinking cocktails together and laughing their asses off about what they have achieved in the last period, okay, in regards to the human resources. It's like some sort of an elitistic group here. It's some sort of an elite, okay? I could go even deeper with this and talk about, I don't know, conspirational theories like, you know, the Illuminati and so on, but a lot of people are waking up globally to this, okay? It's like, no more will you fool us with this circus here. It's like you're grabbing our attention, and you're putting the spotlight on the conflict between the two of you or the higher ups group, okay? But there's actually no conflict there. They're like shaking hands underneath the table, okay? I hope everyone will wake up to this truth more and more in the years to come, and it will be so because we already are in the age of Aquarius, so a lot of old things need to go, and when it comes to new things, we will have like shorter time spans where we will experiment with one concept. If it doesn't work, we're gonna be quickly discarding it and taking on a new one, and you have more and more experiments like this until you get to a general consensus, okay? So it's gonna be quicker. We don't need like 200 years to see that the minimum wage doesn't work, you're overworking people and this affects their health, okay? So we won't have this in the future once everyone is waking up to the reality that we are not slaves. No one is a slave, okay? Crowning the reading here, we have the Ten of Cups. So what I gather is that at the end of the day, people that are alike, they are all gonna see this very clearly, okay? And it's like, okay, we were joking, we were slander talking these people for so much time, and just acknowledge the fact that here we were actually right. These people don't care about us. It's still us together that make the job done, finished at the end of the day, okay? If you can see here in this card, it's like the end to a very great movie, okay? It's you have the rainbow, you have these people dressed in different type of colors, so I'm thinking it's the people that you actually collaborate with on a one-to-one basis, okay? So there's no hierarchy. These people are on the same level. They have the same clothes but with different colors, and here you can see the different phases of the moon. So what I feel here is like some of you would have a project presentation, like you will finish a project together with your colleagues, you're celebrating at the end of the day, you're patting yourselves in this group on the back for a job well done, and you realize that you are actually the assets on the project. These people are doing no job, okay? They're just only holding the power in very toxic ways. But at the end of the day, it's you and your colleagues. It's the same people as you on other departments with whom you collaborate and solve the problem at the end of the day. Depending on what you work, you will have these people. No one actually works alone, okay? So you collaborate with others. 10 of Cups. It's like, yeah, fuck these people here who do all these stupid things, but in spite of all of this, we have managed to bring this project to its conclusion. At the end of the day, we deliver. We keep the customers happy. We offer all the support to our clients. Okay, so it's sort of very contrasting, because here you have a lot of black, and here it's like a lot of light and happiness and happy-go-lucky energy, heartfelt connection with other people, those that are like you. It's like the slaves at the end of the day singing and drinking, okay, after having a great harvest. And here in the middle of it all, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, also flanked by the Ten of Wands here, which is a lot of tasks, okay? But she here, this very abundant person, she's also a person in authority, but this is more of a person that's on your side. She's focused on making this great environment for everyone. As you can see, the squirrel and the dog here are just sitting around her like she's Cinderella. She's holding on to her pentacle there, which is very valuable. Okay, so what I feel here is like this is another person in authority. I don't know, like a leader of yours, some type of lead, okay? But she's more closer to you and your team, to these people which actually get the job done. It's like Cinderella and her little workers here, okay? It may be you, I don't know, you need to see for your given situation, but here this person is very much focused on the success that she has with her team. And as you can see, she's focused towards her team, but she's not included in this bad management gang here, okay? She's actually separated from them. Maybe she has also seen the dark side to this energy here, where people are disregarded by these managers. It could be because she's a woman, I don't know. For some of you, you may see this in, you may have like a great leader, and that leader is not in very good terms with upper management because she's way too much focused on the project and everyone being happy and taken care of at the workspace, okay? This type of person would always ask for raise for the people, paying of the overtime, actually fruitifying these people's work, but giving a lot in return, okay, for that extra effort. And this is why maybe these people don't like her that much, okay? But again, here I see 15 the devil. This is a card for Capricorn. 5 the Hierophant. This is a card for Taurus. And the Queen of Pentacles talks about again an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm seeing a lot of horns here, okay? So the Capricorn has horns, the Taurus has horns, these people here have horns except Virgo. Like these people are not going, I don't know, at each other because they all know they're very powerful. This person can do a lot of damage also, but she is conserving her energy for this team here, okay? So this is her project, this is her own bubble of joy. If need be, I think she can be very aggressive, and these people are not trying to test that for the moment. It's great to have these types of people or energies in the workspace, but overall I think there's a lot of earth here, okay, a bit too much for my taste. And what I feel is that the traditional ways of working need to go, because it doesn't benefit people, okay. It benefits a few here, and these few may be very vocal, because the magician is Mercury. They may be very vocal about new things that we need to do, new tasks, new projects, we need to be more productive. But here there's a counterpart, where even though this person may be a traditional may think in traditional ways, she's like the mother to these people right here. She's taking care of these people, okay. So it's not so much balanced. There's a lot of heaviness and darkness here, but here it's like an island of goodness, okay. You make your own bubble of joy here with your leader, or with your team if you're their leader, okay. But our darling Queen of Pentacles here is so much focused towards her team and this great success, like finalizing of this project, that she has her back turned towards all these wands here. It's like the 10 of Wands. This person does not see where they are going. They may trip and fall. But so this is another ending, 10 and 10. This is an emotional ending, and here is an ending of tasks, okay. So the Queen of Pentacles is not looking at the tasks, because maybe if you have a very demanding workspace or project, it's like you're just running through this task like it's nothing, okay. You do one thing after the other at a very quick pace, and it's just quantity, okay. Going over that quantity, you can actually enjoy now the prosperity, the success of the project. But also the 10 of Wands is some sort of an ending. So the Queen of Pentacles here, I think she learned her lesson, okay. We will never go through this type of thing ever again. This is not okay to have in a workspace. Although some people here, because I have one the Magician, and 10 1 plus 0 is 1, I think the Magician here, also with the 10 of Cups, would try to pin this success on these people. Like we also had a contribution here where we enabled, okay, we enabled these this success to be made, and we all have to do our part, like have even more responsibility in the future to manifest even greater successes. So I think you're kind of fed up with the stupid speech that these people here are giving, thinking that the rest cannot see like their zero contribution to this greatness. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of fed up with all the tasks that she had to do in order to reach this with her team. And here, the 7 of Pentacles, okay, it's like this person dropping water on these crystals. It's actually like the one I'm holding now. It's giving a lot of tender care to this plant here. Okay, so to this seed that is actually growing into something else. Maybe this has been a pilot project, the first stages of it. It came out very well. And the Queen of Pentacles is trying to heal this sort of work, ways of working, actually, with a lot of with a lot of tasks to do in order to get the project to the next steps, okay. So try to help this Queen of Pentacles, and if you are the Queen of Pentacles, try to work closely with the people that are the lowest, like the bottom feeders here, okay. It's like these bottom feeders are your team, and they will help you navigate through the new stages of the project or with the new project. Okay, you just need to focus on cutting back on these tasks. Why? Because everyone, if you multitask like hell, you're bound to make mistakes. Okay, so no one needs to work while being stressed, secreting so much cortisol, being in a fight or flight response mode. Okay, it actually blocks out your brain, your creativity. You're gonna do a lot of mistakes, and it's overall not okay. So kind of deep and personal for the workspace, but think about the fact that you along with others are making this this evolution globally at the workspace. We don't need these people like holding just power, not producing anything, not taking care of the people, just taking in the goods and having opinions about things which they don't actually understand. Okay, we need to change the projects and the workspaces all over the world. So good luck to you, Libra, while you're doing this sort of revolution, okay, with your team or together with your leader. Let's move on to the love section. Okay, Libra, let's go into your love section. Okay, let's see. Four of Wands in reverse, 0 the Fool, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles. If the workplace wouldn't have been so crowded, I would have said that it's a great month to rethink what you're doing in your love life. But here there's another theme that comes up to the surface. Normally when I have a 2 of everything, I split the reading in 2 parts, okay? So this means like you need to take a decision. Here is a moment of stagnation where you need to decide between these 2 situations here. Okay, so this is one way in which your love life could go in the month of August. 4 of Wands in the reverse. Normally, the 4 of Wands is like this place of value that we hold together with another person. It's like a sacred space which now is being signaled by these 4 wands. I usually talk about this whenever you build like a place of cult. You need to give it like some sort of fence around it, okay? And usually it's gonna be like a square or something of the sorts, which limits the sacred space around that temple. And when it comes to love relationships, when I see 4 of Wands, it's like a marriage. It's some sort of coming together, celebrating this bond between these 2 people. Maybe you have searched for each other for a long time, and now finally you're coming together and making it official. This card can be meeting like an old friend that you have, meeting some sort of a person that you get the feeling that you have known this person for a very long time, but here it comes in the reverse. So what I'm thinking is that past bond that you have had with someone until now, it's losing its sacred space, it's losing its form, its shape. Some bonds here are gonna be untied. It's very hard for me to speak right now because I feel like a blockage in my throat area. Ones are usually actions, so here we have some actions that are not, I'm sorry for the sounds, are not being taken in order to officialize this relationship, this bond, this marriage, this relationship between two people. And I see after the Four of Wands in reverse. Also, the Four of Wands can be like some sort of a space that you occupied with another person, which now doesn't hold that much interest, doesn't hold that much value, doesn't have that much safety for the two. For some of you, it could be like a long-lasting relationship, maybe an official one, maybe you're married to the other person, but now it's lost its value, okay? Maybe in time, maybe after certain events, I don't know, because there's nothing coming here before the Four of Wands in reverse, but something happened in order that this relationship lost its value. It could be just time, because time passing over two people that are somewhat inactive and I don't know, they don't fructify, they don't invest in this sacred space. The relationship will lose its value over time, okay? So I see you here, Zero the Fool, stepping out of this place, okay? I'm stepping out and I'm moving onwards into the unknown. This is where the hero starts its journey, packing the bare minimum that they have and just leaving this space, leaving home, leaving an established relationship and walking into the unknown. Like, I feel this childlike energy, opening your eyes for the first time and, okay, this didn't work right here, I'm just gonna try something new. I can actually try anything I want, I can have anything I desire, okay? I just need to put in the work. But it's not that simple, okay? It's not so simple. And you have this sequence here with the 0, Fool, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. So you have 0, 1, 2. Okay, so it follows some sort of chronological sequence. Okay, we all get this feeling on the inside when we finish a relationship or when we step out of the relationship, that, okay, I can change the way I think, the way I relate to other people. It's my chance to be young again and start something that is more alternative. But right after you set out to do this thing, to change these things, when you get a bit of space from this place, it's like the Ace of Swords coming here. It's like a new truth that will hit you with a lot of vigor, okay? You're coming to the realization that what you thought in the past is no longer real or wasn't real. This is some sort of a truth coming and it will strike you in a way, okay? But you finally have something that is solid here, okay? This is a truth. This is not something temporary, okay? You realize with your mind that what has been here in the past was not so real, okay? So this is a new beginning. It's like you get a new dogma, a new philosophy, a new thought, a new idea about how to manifest in the future, okay? It's not gonna be easy. It's like you feel these burning energies from this truth, because once you have the truth, it's gonna make you mad a bit. Maybe you lost a lot of time with this person, maybe you find out something about this person, and it's not easy to handle the truth sometimes, okay? A lot of us just think that, oh, if I would have the truth, I could do this or I could do that, or I would be like so, and I would be very happy to have the truth. Yes, okay, we can be thankful that finally we get this answer, we get this new thought, but it's not easy, because this may have consequences in a retroactive way in the past, okay? So maybe you've lost a lot of time thinking that you need to be with this type of person, you need to be in a committed love relationship, or otherwise you're not valuable as a person, or depends on what old patterns of thinking you had in the past. But here I think you're awakening, you're being reborn to this truth, and it's not easy. It's like here you have a child that's stepping into the unknown, and then you hand them like this huge sword that they need to wield, okay? So it's sort of like I'm being reminded about the Page of Swords. I'm just gonna take the card out to show you the image of it. Maybe you can understand better. There we go. So it's like you have this is like almost a baby here. This is your soul in its raw form, and here you get the ultimate truth, this huge sword. And this is like the next step in evolution. This is more like an adolescent passing into adulthood, so it's more evolved than this combination of cards here. But as you can see here, this is a person which is not fully matured, but they have this oversized sword in their hands, okay? So this is like a baby with a weapon here, okay? You were just being reborn from the situation in the past, and here you get this Ace of Swords, which is going to be your weapon from now on. This is going to be your guiding light through life, at least in the month of August. Once you have this truth, it may be a bit too much for you to handle. You may hurt some people around you because it's so new. Maybe you have lost the ability to wield consequential information like this one, but this is just the way things are for the moment, okay? Once seen cannot be unseen, once heard cannot be unheard, and what has been thought and found out cannot be hidden again, okay, from your conscious mind. And it wasn't like enough to have this Ace of Swords moment where you finally get a new philosophy, a new truth to guide you. Here it's like it's doubled. You have the Two of Swords, okay? As I said before, once you see and realize something, it cannot be unseen or taken from your conscious mind. So now you're in the Two of Swords position, where this person has both of these swords pointing back towards them, but in the Rider-Waite classical tarot, you'd have a person with swords crossed over their heart chakra. So it's gonna take a toll on you to realize, just taking in this Ace of Swords, this truth that will come to you in the month of August. It's hard to take this, and yet again, having it doubled. You realize the truth, but now you're forced. It's like the normal way in which you go. You get the truth. It's going to be painful. It's going to be important to hold on to it. But now you're going to be forced to take a decision, because now you know more than you knew before. okay? So you need to take a decision with your conscious mind, but this is putting a blockage for the moment on your soul. Now, I've sectioned the reading into two parts, and this is like one possibility that you could have, I don't know, like a new beginning on your own, step out into the wilderness, be like a child, like a beginner in something again. It's not gonna be easy. Or take the decision to sit where you are at the current moment, like a king and a queen here, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, okay? You may have the option to remain in the current situation that you have, but I don't feel these energies as being very happy. Why? Because both of them are looking towards you. Are you able to handle this type of situation where you as a male or a female are depicted here together with your counterpart as a king and a queen? Are you ready to spend the rest of your life here in this situation? It doesn't feel like a bad situation, but there's something between these two. It's like they're both looking towards us, towards you, the viewer, okay? But they're not, I don't know, like facing each other. It's like they're both a bit dead in the situation, in their relationship. It may be great because the Queen of Wands is passionate and compassionate, and she's very progressive. She's very loving, nurturing in a way, but she can be very cutting at certain points. She may be fiery. She doesn't hold back when she has, I don't know, something to say. Maybe if it's negative or like cursing or things of the sort. So she's like she's the bomb, okay? She's hot, but she can be very vicious at the same time. The King of Pentacles here, he's with his buddies here, just sloughing around, you know, enjoying the good things in life, having all these all the money at his feet. It's like yes, living the good life, okay? He has enough to go around. He takes care of his people, okay, even of his queen, but I don't feel like that click between the two. So you may get the chance to start a new thing or forever be in this bond together with the other person. They don't seem like bad people on their own, but together I don't feel like there's that extra click, that extra thing. So some of you may have like a relationships out of convention. It's like you're great on your own, the other person is great on their own, so might as well just be together because you don't cause so much chaos. But at the same time, it's like you're missing out on some real love, some real action, some real drama, you know, some sort of evolution. These people here are at the top of their evolution. They're at the top of their game. But is there something going on between them, or it's just like this is alpha male, this is alpha female, they should just be together even if they're not so much into one another? The best example that I can give in regards to this type of pairing up is that sometimes we judge people on their exterior, on their, yes, external features, and we think like the cutest guy should go with the cutest girl because they just should be together and they will have cute babies, okay? Like, life doesn't actually go like that. If we judge with our human eyes and think that this male should go with this female, it's not actually for the better, okay? You need to actually be guided by your soul mostly. I can give an example of this sort of pairing by human evaluation, by giving a link in the description that shows how much we have destroyed dog breeds by us humans picking with our eyes out, like this male should go with this female because they have this pair and that pair. And here I can also see like the wolf in two cards in these swords cards, where the males and females from this wild species like the dog have not been able to decide on their own, like pick a partner based on what their instincts tell them, and they were set together by humans. And you would see a lot of dog breeds which have lost their wild traits, and now they're being sickened in a way. Okay, so they're like devolved. They have a lot of problems with like their backs. I can say this for German Shepherds, for example. And you have a lot of other examples in the clip below, where you have certain species of dogs that were actually devolved after generations and generations being bred by human choice. Okay, and the human choice is based on shallow aspects, like I like this trait in this dog, I like this trait in the female dog, so we're just gonna set them together and hope for the best, fingers crossed that we will have at least one example with both those traits. And this is not the natural way in which animals mate in nature. Okay, so if if these two would meet in nature, I don't think they would choose to be together. It's just convenient from a human viewpoint to be together, because this person is great, this person is great, so why just not create a life together? But I think it's kind of boring for the both of them. They don't seem to be like interested in one another. They're just looking forward, okay? They're ruling together, but they're not so much invested in one another. The other way in which this could go for some of you is that you're leaving this old bond behind. Ties that bind will be unbound here. Okay, so you actually get the courage to start again. You're feeling young. You get this Ace of Swords, which is going to take a bit of a toll on you. You may find out that you have some possibilities or some secret admirers, and here with the Two of Swords you need to choose between the two. Libra. I'm sorry, Libra. I was thinking of Virgo because I have the King of Pentacles here, and the King of Pentacles is talking about an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and the Queen of Wands is a fire element, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Normally, you're kind of in a weird space here. Why? Because fire signs are like indicative of soulmates for your sign, for air signs, so they go together. It's like your counterpart, okay, because you are air and they are fire, so air feeds fire, and it's a great combo. But here with the King of Pentacles, it's like your total opposite, okay? So this would be like a twin flame, okay? It's like a different culture altogether, and you need to see if you want to deal with this. It's not going to be easy to be with the earth sign, okay? So you need to choose between fire or earth. Depends on you, whatever you want to experiment. Evolve a lot or just be together and live life. I'm not saying that you cannot do the exact opposite with these two, like evolve and live life, but as a general rule of thumb, fire signs go very well with air signs. Earth signs go very well together with water signs, because water hydrates the earth, so, or quenches the earth's first. Yes, you may be given the opportunity to choose between two people. And yes, for some of you, I'm feeling this energy very strong because both of these people are looking towards you. It's like, what now? Okay? You want to hang out here, enjoy this abundance and rule together, or you want to be here where you can almost taste the passion just coming out of this person's eyes. But they're both sitting down, they're waiting on an action from your side, and you have the Two of Swords here. Like, I gotta pick one, person from here, and they both look like good options. If you're in this second situation, it's gonna be hard to pick. Like, I don't want to be you in the month of August to pick between these people. Okay, so Libra, take care. We'll see each other next month with the September reading. If you like today's reading, like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the energy that we put out, you could buy us coffee. We have the link down in the description for donations. We're actually trying to gather up some money to buy a new camera because this one actually is not working all that well. So take care, Libra. See you again next month. Bye.